Rewind the tape to 96, a different brand of static. When the pulse of the collective felt a little less dramatic. We were tethered to the wall by a coiled plastic cord, waiting for a dial-up tone while staring out of boards. But now the cord is in our necks, a digital umbilical, feeding us a narrative that's cynical and clinical. 30 years ago, a secret stayed inside the neighborhood. You navigated life by what was felt and what was understood. Now the world is in your pocket, but your pocket's full of holes, taking every data point to corporate ghouls and digital trolls. We traded in the physical for pixels and a like button, grinding down the human soul until there's really nothing left but vanity and algorithmic vanity. A slow motion car crash of our collective sanity. Back then you had to find a map to find your way to anywhere. Now you're geo-tracked and monitored by satellites in upper air. The privacy we sacrificed was sold for mere convenience, while the silicon giants operate without a shred of lenience. We're living in a fishbowl where the glass is getting thinner. Everyone's a judge and jury, no one is a winner. The speed of information has outpaced the speed of empathy. We're drowning in the data while we starve for some authenticity. You remember when a friend was someone actually sitting there? Now it's just a ghost behind a screen who doesn't really care. We've automated intimacy, outsourced our own memories, building up a fortress out of fragile fake identities. The skyline's looking different, but the shadows are the same. Just a bigger, brighter billboard for the same old power game. We're sprinting through a labyrinth of neon-lit anxiety, trying to find a purpose in this fractured fast society. 30 years of gravity, 30 years of change. Everything is closer now, but everything is strange. We traded in the silence for a never-ending roar, locked inside a digital cage with an open-ended door. Looking in the mirror, but the glass begins to crack, running toward the future, while we're longing for the back. Fast forward to the present where the air is thick with urgency, a permanent state of social and political emergency. We're doom scrolling through dinner while the planet starts to overheat, screaming at a stranger from a bedroom in a deleted tweet. In 96, the outrage of the shelf life of a week or two. Now it's refreshed every second, something bitter, something new. The middle class is vanishing like smoke inside a hurricane, while billionaires are racing to the moon to avoid the rain. We used to look at stars and wonder what was out beyond the blue. Now we're staring at a glowing rectangle to tell us what is true. The factory is empty and the storefronts are all boarded up. We've been drinking artificial poison from a plastic cup. We've come out of our hobbies, turned our passions into side hustles, flexing for a camera lens with psychological muscles. The neighborhood is quieter, the front porches are desolate. Everyone is inside trying to make their profile resonate. We're more connected than we've ever been in human history, yet the art of conversation has become a total mystery. We've replaced the nuance with a hashtag and a binary, making every disagreement something cold and adversary. The children of the 96 are raising kids in VR headsets, drowning in a mountain of inherited and modern debts. We've optimized the living at a life for the sake of flow, but nobody can tell you where we're actually supposed to go. It's a hyperspeed descent into a curated oblivion, where the truth is just a matter of whichever side you're living in. We're chasing ghosts of progress through a forest made of fiberglass, watching every golden hour in every single season pass, trapped inside a cycle where the only thing that's constant is the noise. Losing every bit of wonder, losing all our inner poise. 3 decades in the making and we're further from the shore. The world is getting louder, but we're hearing even less than before. We built a giant temple out of silicon and greed, forgetting that a human heart is all we'll ever really need. The mirror's finally shattered, and the image isn't clear between the ghost of who we were and the shadow of our fear.